y'all. Welcome to Boozy Bee's Books and Cocktails. I am Dana B. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon for a quick review of a book and to learn how to make a cocktail. I'm very excited to be here this afternoon. This book absolutely wrecked me, and because it wrecked me so bad, it gets the coveted Manhattan. Manhattan is my signature drink, and I don't give it out very often. I don't know that I have found a book lately that I would have given a 5 out of 5 or a Manhattan to. So I'm very pleased to review this book with you tonight. So the book is Broken Country. It is by Clare Leslie Hall. It's a new book that's out and everybody's buzzing about it. And I thought, oh my gosh, why not I look at it? And I am so glad I did, because let me tell you, this book completely wrecked me. I am still not over it. And it has been days. I have been through COVID and I'm still not over it. I thought about it the whole time I had COVID. Couldn't even read another book because of this dang book. This book right here. Dang book. So let's just get into the book real quick. I don't even know how to start telling you how much I love this book and how much it absolutely wrecked me. It wrecked me. I get goosies just telling everybody about it. I didn't even want to talk about it because I wanted to talk about it on here so bad. It's about basically 3 people. There's other people involved in the story, of course, but basically it's a love story and it's a love triangle. And the book starts out where it kind of talks about the relationship between Beth and Frank. They're married and they live on a sheep farm, and it's a big farm, and it's him and his brother that take care of the farm. And Beth has been married for quite a while and to Frank. And so the first scene or first couple of scenes are them together out in the field and the farm. And it's very farm, like it, you know, like nature takes over. That's what farms are about. You don't have really pets for pets. You do, but if that pet is after another animal that helps support the farm, you have to take care of your animals that are supporting the farm. So a dog comes into the farm. He attacks the sheep, runs down the sheep, and the dog is killed. And they're all just standing there kind of, excuse me, trying to wonder about what's going to take, or whose dog this is. And this little boy comes up and he's just crying and carrying on. You killed my dog, you murdered my dog, which is understandable. And the father of the little boy comes into the farm, and it's Gabriel, and it is Beth's ex-boyfriend from a long time ago, and it's her first love, and she hasn't seen him in a long time, and a lot of water has gone under each of their bridges, but there is a connection between them. So this story goes back and forth between current day and when Beth and Gabriel had their relationship. And it was a very heavy relationship. It was first love for both of them. And if you've ever had a first love relationship, you know what I'm talking about. You can't breathe. You can't eat without them. You can't think without them. Every waking moment is about them and with them. And so this summer that they're talking about was hot and heavy. Gabriel is on his way to college, to Princeton, and Beth is on her way to being a senior in high school. And their family just kind of lets them go, and they spend nights together. They're just a very physical couple, and they just spend, 3 months, 24 hours a day with each other. And as a teenage girl, I can remember my first love and how, when it ended, it was absolutely heartbreaking. It was devastating. And maybe that's why this affected me so much because the writer, the author of the book, just really digs down deep, and she just hits the nail on the head with these um, romantic thoughts and teenage thoughts, and it's just such a wonderful, wonderful book, and the author does a great job. So, back to the killing of the dog, that kind of strikes up a relationship between Beth and Gabriel again, and her and Frank have a wonderful relationship. It's a great relationship, but they've had tragedy in their relationship, and this tragedy opens up the door for Gabriel and Beth to become friends again. And Gabriel has a son named Leo. And so Gabriel asked Beth to help with Leo. And he's having some trouble in school. And so that brings her over to their house. And you know what's going to happen next. And it's just heartbreaking that these two people that have shared so much and loved so much, loved each other so much, that there's this tragedy that happens in between them, and they really relive some of the moments. And then there's Frank, and your heart just breaks for Frank because he loves Beth so much. There's nothing that he would not do for this woman, and so I get goosies every time I talk about this book because it absolutely wrecked me, because you don't know who you don't want them to love. I mean, it's just that much of a story. It's one of those epic love stories, and it just hit me at the right moment. I've just not been able to hardly go on to get a different book because this book just hit all the right spots. And I looked at it in all ways. How would I look at someone that I just completely gave my life over to, and a tragedy happens, and I walk away from that relationship and thinking I will never love again, I'll never be able to love again. But then there's this gentle, loving man that opens up his heart, his home, and makes a wonderful home for Beth. And then tragedy hits again. And you're just like, oh my Lord, how much more can this family go through? And Frank shows the love to his people in his community. He shows the love to his family. His brother has lots of problems. He's an alcoholic, and he does some really bad things that Frank has to take care of. And so it's just heartbreaking, wrenching. It just wrecked me, absolutely wrecked me. And so I hope that you will read this book and let me know if it wrecked you as much as it wrecked me. Maybe I'm just oversensitive these days. I don't know. Maybe it's because I hit the age that I hit, and now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, all these love stories. I haven't read love stories in so long. I've been in mysteries and historical fiction and everything else, and now all these love stories, wonderful love stories, are coming out. And so I hope that you will read it. It's such a good book. It did not take me hardly any time at all to read it. And well, in fact, I listened to it on Audible, and the narrator of the book is just so wonderful, and it just brings a lot to the book. So please check it out. It's Broken Country. So the Manhattan, the coveted Manhattan. Okay, so let's make the Manhattan. It's my signature drink. It's Boozy Bee right here. Manhattan. It's so good. Easy. So we have our glass chilling. We're going to put a cherry in there. And y'all, I am not a bartender in any way. So if I make mistakes, just keep on keeping on. So we've got a cherry in here. We've got 2 ounces of rye whiskey. And it's very important. You can do it with just plain bourbon, but I like rye. And we're doing my signature drink. So we're going to do 2 ounces of rye. And my husband, the unnamed, if you know him, He does not care for this. So it's just more for me to drink. Because I love them. Then 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And that's basically it. Let me put the lid back on these where we won't spill anything. And then I like 2 dashes of bitters. And orange bitters. It doesn't call for that, but it's my signature, so I'm going to put what I like in it. So I'm going to do 2 or 3, or however many you like. And remember, when you have, I'm going to put the lid on this. When you have all spirits, you're going to stir instead of shake, okay? So we're stir. You're going to get it cold. The ice. Then you're going to strain it over your cherry. And let me tell you, this bad boy is pretty darn strong, but it's good. You just need 1, that's all. All you need is 1. With this book right here, you might need 2, but it might need just 1. I'm gonna taste it. Oh, I love the cherry in the bottom. I love the sweetness of the rye. It's just the perfect cocktail. Perfect for this book too. And because it is the coveted Manhattan, you can't get any better. I'm telling you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know it was long. I know it was just kind of silly tonight, but I'm kind of feeling silly. So I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a book, let me know. I would love to read it and put a cocktail to it. I actually am going to be doing Verity. I had a friend reach out to me and say, hey, I want you to read this book, recommend it, and make a cocktail to go with it. Would you do that for me? And I'm like, absolutely. I would love that. Absolutely love it. So if you have any recommendations, I am on a reading rampage right now. I've read 2 books in less than 24 hours. Really quick books, and I will be talking about them later. So thank you so much. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and cheers. We'll see you next time.